warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Alright, I have already give to you the chapter about our material today. The chapter is about reading. So the subchapter is short story making inferences. As you can see on the chapter that you have read by yourself. See?
Yes.
Alright. The information about making inferences in the short story is about, first, I want to ask you guys, what is inferences in short story? There is someone want to answer? Alright, Nida?
So means an inference is something that isn't explicitly stated in a text but is implied.
Alright. To get the true meaning, children or students will have to read between the lines. And writers often tell you more than they say directly. So it's meant for the making inferences in a short story. Using the clues, using hints to give you a deeper understanding of your reading is called inferring. And for the step for making inferences, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 steps that you can read by yourself to make inferences in the short story. First is starting with a shorter text and identify an inference. What is the number 2 step? Guys, can you answer? What is it? Alright. And the third?
Hunt for clues.
And then the fourth?
Narrow down the choices.
And then the last is?
Practice.
Yes. You should practice to make it an inferences in the short story. And then the types of inferences is, there are 2 types. First is deductive and then inductive. I will explain in bahasa. Deduktif seperti yang kita ketahui adalah hal-hal yang berasal dari secara garis besar, atau inferences are the strongest because they are guarantee the truth of the conclusion. So the types of inferences on deductive. And then inductive is inferences are the most widely. Inductive adalah hal yang lebih besar, kayak dapat dipahami, but they do not guarantee the truth. They do not guarantee the truth. Instead, deliver conclusion that are probably true. And then we usually draw all the times of inferences. As you can see in here, who want to be volunteer to read this line for the first line? I will choose 1 student. Can Abdurrahman to read first line of the inferences?
I don't see Tia.
Can you louder, please?
Okay, I don't see Tia. She said she was tired, so she must have gone home to bed.
Right. Give applause to Abdurrahman. And then let's move to the next page. There's an example for this making inferences. The title is refuge. You can see there are a bold word. It means that is inferences who writer used to make in this short story. Can you read the bold word? Who want to read the bold word? In here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bold words in this making inferences short story. Alia, can you read this first?
Kalimat
Katanya aja.
katanya.
Okay.
Flimsy,
Alright.
relentlessly,
Alright. Good.
impact,
Yes.
short,
Yes.
bombardment.
Alright. Good. Nah, ini adalah clue-clue yang dipakai seorang writers untuk memasukkan inferences ke dalam short story mereka. And then the next is do the question. as you can see, there are 6 questions for making inferences in the short story. But before that, you should read the short story first. I have 2 minutes for you to read. For the Alright, we continue. Why we continue? The do question is first question is what could the opening sentence meaning for I'm not alone, but I'm alone. Who want to answer first? Yudhishthira, alright. Yudhishthira.
Okay,
Let's
so
answer.
for number 1 is the opening sentence, I'm not alone, but I am alone. Is the meaning that if the author feels as though there is no one around or no family that he or she knows, then they could feel as though they are alone even though there are lots of other people close by.
Alright. It means that they are feel like what is and then if the author feels as though there is no one around or no family that he or she known, then they could feel as though they are alone even though there are lots of other people. Meskipun mereka di sana telah banyak orang di penampungan tersebut, tapi mereka tetap merasa alone karena tidak bersama dengan family atau teman mereka. And then number 2 is using the information from the opening paragraph. How does the author feel? Circle number 1. Who want to answer? Salsabila. What is the answer for number 2?
Number 2, how does the description of how the bomb drop make you feel about the attack? The answer is
I mean 1B.
oh, 1B.
Yes. I mean 1B.
Using the information from the opening paragraph, how does the author feel? Circle 1 word.
What is the author feel?
I think the circle terrified.
Terrified. So the answer is terrified. Alright, good. And then the number 3, how does the description of the bombs make you feel about the attack? Risang, please answer. Sorry.
How does the description of
Louder.
how does the description of how the bombs
Yes.
make you feel about the attack?
What is the
Are described as dropping relentlessly without stopping and making loud booms and causing the earth to tremble like an earthquake. This must have made it very frightening, as the children would have known how long it would last, and the noise and trembling of the ground would feel terrifying.
Alright, good answer, Risang. Thank you. And then the 4th. Oh, alright. Yes, of course.
How did the teacher know the children would be safe in school? The teacher would not have known that school was a safe place, as the bombs could have landed there too. If the rest of the village had been bombed, then it may be sensible to stay in the place that hadn't been hit, but that place could be next to be bombed.
Alright, good, Alia. And the last question, who will be volunteer to answer the question? Tadi Alisa sudah mengangkat tangannya, jadi silakan Kak Alisa untuk menjawab last question. Answer as fully as you can, Alisa.
Should the author go find their family? Even though the author was in a safe place at the moment, there may have been other safe places in the village, and until he or she went to look, they wouldn't know. I think they should go and see whether the rest of the family were safe or not, and then decide what to do.
Alright, good. And the really last question is, what do you think the author in the story will find when they get to their part of the village? And please answer as fully as you can. Rika, Putri, can you answer the last question?
The author finding some or all of his family alive and safe. The author finding none of his family alive and safe. The degree of ambiguity about whether any or all of his family had escaped to find safety.
Alright, good answer, wonderful. And then it's that the reading section about short story to making inferences. So I think that's all from me. If you have any question, whether we are in the out of classroom, you can ask me as free. Thank you very much.